And now CBS 4 investigates Race Matters, policing by the numbers. Is there a racial bias in the way marijuana laws are enforced? And should police in Broward County have the option of issuing a ticket instead of arresting someone for possession of a small amount of pot? These are the questions Broward commissioners will take up on Tuesday. In advance of the meeting, CBS 4 investigator Jim DeFede dug deep into the numbers. Jim is here with what he found out. Jim?
As part of our ongoing series, Race Matters, Policing by the Numbers, CBS 4 News examined nearly 7,000 misdemeanor marijuana arrests made by every police agency in Broward County going back to 2010. And what we found was a county where blacks fared worse at every stage in the process. In the past 5 years, there has been a steady decrease in the number of misdemeanor marijuana arrests in Broward County, going from 1,935 cases in 2010 to just 842 in 2014. And this year, Broward is on pace to make even fewer arrests, close to 700. Yet while the numbers are going down, one fact remains. There is a huge racial disparity over who gets arrested. Although blacks and whites use marijuana at the same rate, the overwhelming majority of those charged in Broward were black. Since 2010, 76% of the people arrested by the Broward Sheriff's Office in unincorporated areas were black. In Pompano Beach, where blacks make up less than 29% of the population, 73% of the people BSO arrested were black. In Deerfield Beach, which has an even smaller black population, 69% of the people BSO arrested were African American. The one city, however, that stood out above all others was Fort Lauderdale, where 80% of the people arrested for misdemeanor marijuana possession were black.
When you look at these numbers, if they don't make you sick, then you're not paying attention.
Howard Finkelstein is the public defender for Broward County.
You know what these stats show you, really in short? There is no war on drugs. There's a war on poor black people. That's exactly what this shows.
We showed our findings to Marcia Ellison, president of the Fort Lauderdale Broward branch of the NAACP.
I wish, Jim, that I could tell you that I was surprised.
Ellison said she routinely receives complaints of what she terms over-policing from residents in the black neighborhoods of Fort Lauderdale.
The numbers don't lie. It is what it is.
Fort Lauderdale Police Chief Frank Adderley said he wasn't concerned that 80% of the people his officers arrested for possessing a small amount of marijuana were black.
I think the police department has an obligation to respond to the residents that have a concern.
He says his officers make more arrests in black neighborhoods because that is where the crime is at its worst.
They're coming to us and they're saying, we want a safe community. We want to have a nice environment. I think we have an obligation here to serve the people that we've taken this oath to serve.
Ellison said what worries her is the impact all of these misdemeanor marijuana arrests have on the lives of those arrested. A marijuana arrest can keep an individual from joining the military, renting an apartment, or receiving government assistance, getting a student loan, or even a job.
That takes away a lot of opportunity. The long-term effects are just devastating communities.
CBS 4 News also reviewed how the cases were handled in court, and we found that Broward had a conviction rate 7 times higher than Dade County. And 80% of the people convicted in Broward for misdemeanor pot possession were black.
Broward has always been a backwater town with backwater attitudes. If you look at how racially skewed we are, if you look at our sentences, as you rightfully pointed out, this wouldn't happen in Dade because the judges in Dade and the prosecutor would say, we don't need to convict these people. In Broward, they don't care because almost all of these people are poor and minorities. They don't care.
Now, Broward State Attorney Michael Satz said Finkelstein's comments were utter nonsense and just plain wrong. He said he supports the use of diversion programs and is in favor of civil citations. Now, coming up on Tuesday, Broward Commissioner Martin Kier will introduce his civil citation ordinance, and public hearings on the matter will follow in the weeks to come.
Well, very strong words from Howard Finkelstein, but you can't really argue with these numbers. They're really startling. What about the sheriff of Broward County, Scott Israel? What does he say about this?
He supports civil citations, and one of the things that I talked to Howard Finkelstein about is he actually believes that, as you saw the number of arrests decreasing over the years. He actually gives credit to Sheriff Scott Israel, says he seems to understand that there needs to be a different emphasis put on these cases. So, you know, he supports civil citations. Even Chief Adderley supports civil citations. So we're going to have to see how that turns out at the commission.
And that's going to happen tomorrow? The
First hearing is tomorrow, and then there'll be public hearings after that.
Okay, Jim DeFede, great report. Thank you very much.